Hi everybody, this is Judy Bodge with your town supervisor, and welcome to our virtual FunDay Monday series. In an effort to make sure that our residents stay safe this summer, we're adhering to strict social distancing guidelines, and even our FunDay Monday series has gone virtual. Our 2020 series might look a little different than it did last year, but we certainly hope that you'll continue to join us each week because there'll be new and exciting things each Monday. FunDay Monday has grown to be a tradition for so many of our senior citizens, and I know I look forward to our FunDay Mondays every year. With hundreds of seniors attending, we knew that once the pandemic hit, we wanted to continue to host our weekly events, but we needed to develop a plan where we could do this while making sure that our residents stayed safe. So I, along with our town board, worked closely with our Department of Community Services to develop some new and interesting programming for you. Throughout the summer, we will be providing our residents, you, with engaging and fun entertainment every Monday. You'll get to hear from our town board, our town clerk and receiver of taxes about their favorite FunDay Monday memories. We'll have exercise classes, we'll have workshops to tours of hidden gems in North Hempstead. There'll be something for everyone with our virtual FunDay Monday. I hope that you'll join us each week. This week we'll be joined by our newest council member, Marianne Delamonte. So Marianne will be making her own FunDay Monday memories along with the rest of us. We're so happy that she will be joining us. Today we're also going to be taking a tour of the historic Gold Coast, featuring sites that are really right here in our own backyard. We also have a fitness class for you. So let's get ready to start this FunDay Monday tour.
So I started with Port Water Taxi here 5 years ago, and I'm considered seasonal, as they'd say. I've been here a pretty long time. I've known Matt Myron personally for a while, and that's how I started here on the Port Water Taxi. And I love it. It's a summer job. To me, I'm here in the beginning of the season, and I'm here at the end of the season. I'm the first one here, last one to leave, and I love it. There's a lot of great spots here in Manhasset Bay that people don't usually know about. They just see body of water, boats. This is, they call it the Gold Coast, where the rich and famous were. And our first stop here would be Louis, right off of Town Dock. The town, Louis, is a staple in Port Washington. They've been here for over 100 years. Now, the great thing about Louis, or the funny thing about Louis, is when it first started, it was a barge. And it was a little plank on the water, and people would walk on over. Now, during the Prohibition era, Louis would sell booze. They would have the booze brought in by boat, and they'd sell the booze underground. So everyone liked Louis. That was the hangout spot. So whenever there was a police raid gonna happen that would take all the booze out and ruin the party, you'd have people run down and say, the police are coming, the police are coming. And Louis would put the barge up, and they'd drag the barge out in the middle of Manhasset Bay with everyone still partying and boozing around and drinking. And the police would come down to raid Louis, and there'd be no Louis there because they'd be sitting at Manhasset Bay. The police would go home, and then they'd bring Louis back, put the gangway down, and then everyone would just keep partying throughout the night. And that's how Louis was able to get away with, well, not really get away, but enjoy the time of the year. Yeah, not well known, but that's what happened here. Moving on, you got in Manhasset Bay, we have 3 different yacht clubs. Knickerbocker Yacht Club, which is now Knickerbocker Yacht Hotel. They were the oldest yacht club on the North Shore of Long Island. before they went out of business in the financial crisis of 2008. Then they were bought over and turned into condos and a 6-room yacht hotel. And then right next door, you have Manhasset Bay Yacht Club. This is more of our sailors go here. This is more the station boat crew that goes here. They right now, during the pandemic, they've had to shut the doors for a little bit, but with phase 2 coming in and phase 3 coming in, they're now going to be opening up their doors again. I have personally not been there, but I have dropped people off there, and they do have a fun time, I'll tell you that. One of the things that yacht clubs do that they've kept over the years is at sunset, when they raise and lower the flags, they fire off a cannon. And every so often I'll be driving by with a tour, or I'll have people on the boat and I'm not noticing the cannon, and it goes off right off the water, and I jump every time. It's still 5 years later. So with the water taxi, we have many stops we can go to. We primarily do dock to people's boats that are here on the moorings. We take people out for little tours as a side gig. And we take people from the restaurants here. You got Louis' Restaurant, which has its own dock. You have LaMotta's, which is based out of Manhasset Bay Marina. They have the restaurant, which has been running for years, only during the summertime though. A lot of people there. And then Capri Marina has their famous restaurant called Butler's Flat, which is a clam shack type restaurant, and people love it. The lobster rolls are very delicious. Now, this house right here, white Southern style plantation house, seems very out of place here, being on the North Shore of Long Island, up north. This house is actually very special, this part of Long Island, because it was the home of Carl Fisher. Carl Fisher, as those who might know have been down to Florida, you got Fisher's Island down there. He was heavily into automobiles in the early days, in the early 1900s, and he developed all of the roadways for Miami. And he developed Orlando, and then he was up in Indiana and developed and started the Indiana 500, which is still going on today, which is a big race up there. Now, at the end, it was 1926, 25, when the governor of New York asked Carl Fisher to come up here, and he wanted a roadway built connecting the Hamptons out east to New York City. And he wanted all of Long Island done the way that Miami was done before. Carl Fisher was invited up. Carl Fisher built that house, which is still here today in 1927, laid out the road work for all of Long Island. But 1929 came around, the stock market crashed, and the plans eventually fell through, and nothing really came of it. He ended up selling his house, this house here, and moving back down to Florida, where his bigger mansion was. And then that house has been filmed in many movies, many TV sets, because it's just nothing like that up here. We have our last yacht club, Port Washington Yacht Club. Port Washington Yacht Club has turned more into like a family-style yacht club. They offer a lot of family-style events and a lot of kid programs, and that's what they're heavily into. Being with that, they have a great sailing camp that they do. Manhasset Bay has one also. Port Yacht Club has one as well. And right in the middle of this cove here that they have a big inflatable type pyramid, almost like the Egyptians in Egypt. And then they have a little inflatable raft next to it. And what the kids will do is they'll hop in the water, they'll climb up the pyramid to the very top, and then one will sit on one end of the big blown up raft, and then they'll jump off and then blow the other one into the water. And that's their favorite time. I always love coming down here and seeing them how far they can launch each other out into the water, because it's the best thing. As of right now, they're not doing it, but I hope they will soon. There's Long Island Boat Rentals, run by Christian Gordon. He also does kayaks. Every Thursday, it's called Thirsty Thursdays, and it is a sailing race for the people of Manhasset Bay. Every Thursday at 7:30, they go out to the middle of Manhasset Bay where there is a start and finish. Buzzer goes off, they race on out to Long Island Sound. I'm not exactly sure where they go, but they're out there for a while. They don't usually get back until around 9:30ish. But people love those. There's always 20 or 30 sailboats getting ready to race each other out there. There's not, it's a fun time. Coming up now, we're coming up into Port Washington, end of port, beginning of Plandome here. You have more of the million-dollar mansions, I like to call them. And there's a special house many of you might have seen as you're coming into Plandome from port down Plandome Road. It was a big red house right on the corner before you made a left turn. That used to be the John Gotti house. John Gotti was part of the Gambino crime family based here in Queens, Long Island, Manhattan area. And I had someone on board when I was doing my tours before, and I pointed out the John Gotti house, an elderly man, that he remembers John Gotti, young John Gotti, serving him drinks at the Hempstead Country Club behind the bar. This is before everything happened, and then they got into the crime family, and they're most notable for the Lufthansa heist. I believe 1977, 1978, $5 million, gone. Never seen again. He wasn't a part of the actual heist, but he was in the family that did the actual heist there. There's ospreys have been making a comeback. You might have heard ospreys maybe 10 years ago. They're an endangered species here on Long Island. I've been here for 5 years. I may be seeing, when I first got here, it was maybe like 2 or 3 ospreys. Well, now on a regular basis, I see about 10. And they're making a real comeback here in Manhasset Bay. They're eating a lot of the fish. You got these little bunker fish. They're not really good to eat. They're kind of more bait fish that you use to catch striped bass, fluke fishing. They're good for that. But the ospreys are definitely making a comeback here in Manhasset Bay. Here we're coming up on one of the Osprey Nests here in Manhasset Bay. In the background, you can see the female bird sitting in the nest while the male kind of patrols because we've gotten a little bit close. They see us. By my guessing that she's also still in the nest, they have hatchlings that have probably hatched already. Funny thing about this house, this was the CEO of Grumman actually lived here for a long time. Grumman was huge back in the World War II. They had a lot of plants. They had a plant here in Manhasset Bay when we take you around to go see the seaplane base, and they had some other plants further east on the island. But what's fun about this osprey's nest behind me is we actually put in their dock. So we install their dock in the spring, they play with it in the summer, and then in the fall we take their dock away. So in this spring when we get to put their dock in, it was my boss and we put the dock in, and while he was getting the dock together, I was a lookout watching the ospreys to making sure they weren't going to come and attack us. And he made sure to keep an eye on them. So one lookout and one guy putting the dock together. It was, you know, you got to watch out for them because they do not care. They will protect theirs. This home here was actually the John Whitney boathouse. John Whitney was an ambassador to England in the 50s, and in the 40s he built this home. Excuse me, not home, it was a boathouse. He had his home a little bit inward on the island. It was built by the Purdy Boat Company, which is stationed also here in Manhasset Bay. All wood boat. It was the fastest boat in Manhasset Bay. It would take him from this location here in Manhasset Bay into Manhattan, where he worked at the UN building, and it would get him there in half an hour, which in the 1950s was incredibly fast back then. When he retired, his estate, he lived there, and then he sold his boathouse, which was then renovated into a house in the 80s, and is now its own separate home. Beautiful house. So things to do here in Manhasset Bay. To my left, you can see there is, looks like a sailor in training. He is using one of the littler training boats down here at Plandome Field and Marine. That's actually one of the boats that I actually learned to sail on. And then I moved to a larger boat and had another sailor with me. And this is a great day for it. It's nice and sunny, little bit of wind, not too much, and that right there is a boat to learn to sail on. Yeah, if he keeps it up, he'll own his own sailboat one day. Being here on the Gold Coast of Long Island, yachts come in and out of Manhasset Bay, Oyster Bay, Hempstead Harbor. They're in and out. This right here to my left was called This right here is a yacht called Take It Easy, and he's headed out for the weekend. He could be going to the city, or he could be going to the Hamptons and back, but it's a 70-foot yacht. It's got his own captain, own chef, a crew. The owner just has to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Beautiful boat. One of the weirder things in Manhasset Bay has to be some of the houses that are popping up here now. Most of them are normal style houses that we see, but this house here on the Great Neck side of Manhasset Bay always pops the question of what kind of style is that? And I could never answer them. Finally, I had one of the neighbors on the boat who told me that back in the 90s, it was a Swedish architect that came in and designed that house. And the guy lived in it. And he built all of the supports on the outside of the house because he wanted a nice glass inside of the house so he could see all around Manhasset Bay, the sky, the stars, things like that. On the very top, he built his young daughter's bedroom, and he built her with a giant skylight that looked at the stars, and it was the best thing ever. She loved it. Well, the architect says to the owner, he goes, well, what are you gonna do about storms? And the owner says, we're fine. We don't need to worry about the storms. So the daughter's one night sitting up in her bedroom, falling asleep. This big, massive lightning storm comes through. Trees come down, winds, massive rain, and she's up there in her bedroom, and she's seeing all this, and it scares the living daylights out of her so much that she never went back up there. So now looking at the house, the owner did put a roof on the top of it now to kind of hide it, but he still has a beautiful view of Manhasset Bay, no doubt. To the left of me now, we're still in Great Neck. This is a famous house bought for $30 million 10 years ago. It's probably double that now. This home belongs to Paycar, and I'm saying it wrong. You're supposed to roll the R, but me being Irish, I can't do that. Spice for me is salt and pepper. When they moved here from a place called Persia, which is modern day Iran, and they came here and they started Paycar Rugs, which is located on Northern Boulevard. And they brought their Persian rug styles here to Long Island, and they built up that. And then they got into real estate, which how they made their fortunes here. And now they bought their house on Manhasset Bay. And Mr. Paycar, very nice man. I see him multiple times when the water taxi actually will pick him up from his house and bring him and his family out to Louis for the night. They'll go and eat, party, drink. He doesn't have to worry about anything because it's door-to-door service. We pick him up at Louis and drop him off right at his house. So I see him all the time. Great man, great family, nice house. He actually has an infinity pool up where the dolphins are. So sitting in his pool, waterfall comes over, you can sit in the pool and then you just look right out over Manhasset Bay. There's nothing blocking your view. It just looks like you can just keep swimming right into Manhasset Bay. Beautiful. Here in Manhasset Bay, back on the Great Neck side, we have a very special house here in Manhasset Bay that a lot of people do not know about. This house off the left used to be the governor of New York's summer home. He would vacation here in Manhasset Bay when the Gold Coast, the Great Gatsby times, the 1920s, 30s, 40s. And actually, FDR actually stayed at this house for a while, vacationing. And this house is actually the antique of port, considering most of these houses now have been torn down and rebuilt, newer, nicer, more expensive. But this home here is probably the oldest here on the Manhasset Bay end because just the history of it. All right, we're back here in port, and to the left of me, you have Plum Point, which is the very tip here before leading out into Long Island Sound, which is just around the other side of Plum Point. Now, back in the 20s during the Great Gatsby area, this area behind me used to be a club. It was called the Sands Point Bath and Racket Club. Bath because they had a saltwater pool, and racket because they had tennis courts along here, and along the beach all the way around they had 23 cabanas. Families could rent out, and there was a 2-year waiting list on those cabanas. The club was very successful during the Gatsby era and 50s, 40s, things like that. Late 1970s, there was a fire at the club, and the club actually burned to the ground. And the club not owning the land, it was owned by someone else, the club leased it. The owner of the land didn't want to lease it to the club anymore, and it was eventually sold privately to the house behind me here. The guy came from New York City. He built his millions there, and he came over here to retire, bought the property, built his house up, and is now a private area. He's nice. He's a nice guy. And during low tide, you can bring your kayak over, bring your small boat, and hang out on the beach a little bit. And then he doesn't mind it. But if you go onto his property, he'll come out and say something to you. Things to know in Manhasset Bay, Plum Point Cove here behind me, you see some boats anchored out here already. And during the weekend and during the hot summer months, this place will be full. Like, you can't find another spot here in Plum Point Cove. Very fun hangout spot. Not a lot of traffic goes through here, and it's right off of the sound. You get a lot of nice water that comes in here. People will be grilling, partying, music, jumping into the water, drinking all day long. And these guys will come here from about 10 a.m. and they won't leave till 10 p.m. maybe. They'll be out here all day long. Fun spot to be in Manhasset Bay. Working down a little bit, just off of Plum Point Cove, you have Capri Marina. It used to be called Brewer's Capri, owned by Brewer. And now, just a couple years ago, it was bought by Safe Harbor. And now it's Safe Harbor Capri, and Capri is a little bit more deeper on the side of Manhasset Bay, so this is where you get your yachts from. Usually by now, there's a big yacht here called Mitsia, which is actually 156 feet long, and it is the biggest motorized sailing yacht in America. It was owned by J.C. Penney, the CEO of J.C. Penney. He owned it for a while. It was a summer boat. He lived on it stayed on it for a little bit during the summer months, and then there's actually 2 of them. During the winter times, he drives this one up to Rhode Island, where he dry docks it. And then he'll fly down to his other yacht down there, the sister ship to that, down in the Bahamas, and then he'll enjoy his time down there. That yacht stays down south. This yacht stays up here, so he never has to worry about which is which. If one breaks down, he'll just bring the other one up. So he's always got one ready. But it would normally be right here behind me. Is where Mitsia would be. It's got 10 rooms, 6 bathrooms, crew quarters, full-time captain, full-time chef, full-time 5 crew members all year round. All right, we're here back in port, and right to the left of me, you see here, we're in Manhasset Isle, between Tom's Point Apartments and MICA, Manhasset Isle Civic Association. This used to be the Savoia Machete seaplane base. Back in the Gatsby area in the 1920s, there was nothing here. There was a couple houses, but this was mostly in the sand mining operation. This place was leveled, nothing here. Fascist dictator Benito Mussolini contacted the governor of New York because he wanted to train Italian pilots, seaplane operations here in the States, and also wanted to use this area to fly around the rich and famous and also train his pilots. So he opened up the Savoia Machete seaplane base here in 1929. Well, also happened in 1929 was the great stock market crash, which destroyed all his plans. It went out of business and was then bought by Pan Am. Pan Am then started running flights out of here out to the Hamptons and up in New England and down south. And then in 1938, they had their historic transatlantic flight, which left here out of Manhasset Bay in 1938 on one of their giant clipper planes, right out of here, out of the seaplane base, and landed over in Europe. And that marched, back then that was huge. The Savoy, and it wasn't called the Savoy Machete anymore, went out of business. It was called Republic Airways seaplane base, and they ran clipper planes out here, and they did flights to Portugal, flights to France. They did flights to Great Britain. They did flights down south to Venezuela and Mexico and Brazil. They went all over the place. The only problem with that, with being on the seaplane and being on the bay, is during the winter times, the bay would freeze over and the seaplanes would become useless. You couldn't use them. So when LaGuardia and JFK airports were established, the seaplane base was not seen as economical anymore and was shut down. And it was torn down in 1980s, 1990s. Today, they're trying to restart some of the areas because it was polluted during those years. You can't really use the grounds, but they're trying to get condos in the area or possibly homes back into this area. Seaplanes do still land here though. There was a time when there was nothing here, but the seaplanes are coming back. There is a company called Blade, which runs people from New York City, the Hamptons, and vice versa. They hop on. It takes them 90 minutes to get from the Hamptons to New York City, drops them right off at Midtown Manhattan, flies back. They run short trips to Jersey. Sometimes they'll come in here in Manhasset Bay to pick up people from the Port Washington area and they'll fly them up to the Hamptons. So anytime you see a seaplane, it's usually the company called Blade that runs here now. And finishing things off here on the tour, thank you for coming by. This is the Port Washington Water Taxi, the captain, Captain Connor. Thank you for having us, and you can stop by and see us at Town Dock any day of the week. We'll take you out on a tour just like we did today.
FunDay Monday. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome. Make sure you have water near you. Make sure you take breaks if you have to take breaks. If you need to modify anything I'm doing. Mostly, have fun. Yeah, let's begin. And we march. March it out. March it out. And march. I love it. Punch. Enjoy this beautiful day. And roll. Other way. Open the feet. Roll. Other way. just a little one. Pull that belly button in. If you don't want to lift, you just tap. So you can modify it or lift it. And we go out. Nice. We go and down. Woo! Then we did the lift. Beautiful. Take our hand and push. Good. In the corner. How about a cross? 2 pushes. So here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and breathe it out and march. Woo! Wave it out. What's moving? My hips. Let's do this. Ha ha. Can you count to 8? Again. Pump that leg. Extra arm. 4. 2. Elbow. Good. Turn it out. Turn it out. Up, down, up, down. Take it out. Yeah, yeah. Hit those drums. Strong arm. Like you're playing a conga. Hit it. Hit it. Woo! Bend those knees. Sit back. Yeah. Push. Nice. 3 and 4. Good warm up. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep moving. Breath. Hear it? Nice. So we got into that punch. Yeah, there it is. So think 2 jabs to the side. Work that torso. Jab, jab. Boom, boom. Good job. Okay, we're gonna drop down. Pelvis goes up. 2, 3, 4. So we're swinging those hips. Tap it out. So hips are going up. Squeeze that tush. Pull that pelvis back. Belly button in. Good. Pull arms back. Knee up.
sit. Just breath. What are we doing? We're squatting. Sitting back into that tush. Belly button lifted. Knees over ankles. Now we're punching out with the squat. If you don't want to squat, you can stay up. You can modify it. Otherwise, stick it out. Breathe in. Feet together, belly button back. Come on, work it out. Monday, FunDay Fitness. Woo! Nice breath. Woo! Get your water if you need it. Get your water. We're going to take it, change the rhythm. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Push it out. Little arms. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful, guys. Go a little higher. Circle. Love it. Ha. Choo. Again. Hold it here. So what are we doing? Crossing back. Elbows pulling with the foot. Again. Nice. So we're gonna open. Open that chest. Pull your elbows back. Open your chest. Squeeze it open, breath. Standing up tall. I love it. Good job. So cross again. Just the feet. I'm going to change the arm. Arm's going to go up. Up. Up and down. Good job. No arm. We lean forward. We're skating. Did you ever see the speed skaters? Yeah. Work that core. Aha. Remember 1, 2, 3? One, two, three. Woo! Circle. Yeah, heads up. Sunshine. No hands. 1, 2, 3. Cross. Good job. Get some water. Ooh, we got some rock music. Taking it back. Little kick. Little kick. So if you don't want to kick, you tap. Alright? Otherwise you kick. Woo! Let's add some arms. So we push forward. Pull that belly in. Foot goes forward, belly button back. Arms press. Squeeze it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Love it. How about a straight leg? 1. Standing up tall. Again, if this is too much, just do heel. Otherwise, pull that belly button back, arms are straight. Yeah. Straight. Breath out. Now knees. No hands. Let's work on that balance. Balance. Belly button. Opposition. One knee, one hand. We're going to go under the leg. That's it. If you can't or you don't want to, stand up. You don't lift the knee. Remember, always heels. They work. Otherwise, keep it moving. 2, 3. Stand up tall. Keep smiling. Good march. Take it out. We're getting down. 2. So one knee's bent, one knee straight. Yeah. Try to touch your knee or the side of your leg. If it's too fast, go slow. 4. Tie to the knee. Twist. Side of the knee. Looking out. Breath out. Breath out. Yeah. Beautiful. 2 down, 2 up. Keep the head up. Keep breathing. Now 1 and 1. Hit it. Good job, guys. A little sit in the squat. Woo! Love it. Bring it in. Breath. Breath. Move those hips. Wave it. Get your air. How about some hula hoop? Hula hoop. Yeah. Nice. Get your water. Keep it moving. Let's see what we got. Keep it moving. Get a little bachata, little tango flair. Hear it? Follow me. Slow, slow, quick, quick, quick. Slow, slow, quick, quick, quick. Slow. So get that rhythm. What is it? Slow, slow, quick, quick, quick. Slow, slow, quick, quick, quick. Slow, slow, quick, quick, quick. Slow. I'm gonna add an arm. Put a little attitude. Slow, quick, quick. Slow, quick, quick, quick. So they're just up, quick, and then they're down. Do it again. Quick, quick, pull it back. Pull it back. Quick, quick, quick. Beautiful. So then we just step, side, side. Open, close, open. All those arms. Slow, slow, quick, quick, quick. Slow. Quick, quick, quick. Slow, slow. Quick, quick, quick. Slow. You got it. Here we go. Add the hands. Up. And bring them down. Up. And bring them down. Up. Woo! One more. Be proud. Stand tall in that pipe. So we got 1, 2, 3. Just 1, 2, 3. Arm circle. If the arms confuse you, guess what? Don't do them. Let me see the hips. Swing those hips. Woo! Start from the top. Slow, slow. Oh, no more top. Hear it? Snap with me. Just snap. Beautiful. So we're going to do a little cumbia here. A nice little flair with our cumbia. Get ready, right foot. Front, back. Ready? 5, 6. Try the other one. Yeah, 8 times. Can you count? 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7. One more. Left side. And the hip. Beautiful, guys. Okay, we're going to travel to the right. 4, 4, 4. Hup, hup. So little baby steps, tushes up. Hands out, go with it. Again. Woo, stand up tall. Nice, push it out. We're gonna stay here, we're gonna cross. 8 times. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's turn it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. I see you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. Yeah, you can add a little hop if you like, or just stop. Here we go, guys. Let's travel. And travel. And travel. Add your hand. Big smiles. Go for it. Little bigger. Stand tall. Okay, let's lift those arms up to the sky. Woo, belly's back, strong spine, stand up tall. Love it. Come on, hands. Stay here. Front, back. 5, 6, 7. Left side. 2, 3, 4. Right side. Stand up. Nice breath. Breathe. 7. Good job, guys. Finish it out. Hands. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good job. Get some water. Keep it moving. That sunshine is coming out now. tap it out. We're gonna work it out here. Get ready, we're going into grapevine. Let's go. Grapevine. 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 Wave it out. Push it out. Push it out. Push it out. Let's walk. 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 So all we're doing is walking, but we're pushing. Up. Up. If you don't want to go over your head, you can go out. 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 Good job. Heel. Little heels. Let it go. Woo-hoo. Beautiful. Open the feet. Go up. Down. So we're going to cross that leg. Up to the sky. Press the leg. Yeah. Hold it. Let's go the other way. Breathe. Up. Down. Up. Down. Woo! Few more. Up. Good job, guys. What do we gotta do? We gotta touch that floor. Can you touch the floor? Send your tushy back. Fingertips down. Nice. Let me see you bounce your heels. Work those calves. Arms are here. Standing up tall. Bounce those calves. Right here. Heels, heels. Yeah. So we're gonna tap. We're taking it out of the calf. Pushing forward. 1, 2, 6. Close your feet. Up. Woo! 1 and 1. You got it? Nice. Hip. Hip. Stick it out. Stick it out. Pull that belly button in. I love it. We get lower and we breathe. Good job. Take a nice inhale. Good work. Exhale. We're taking a little leg back now. Yeah, breathe in. Exhale out. So that's a nice, easy rhythm. Slow, slow. Quick, quick, quick. Quick, quick, quick. Slow. Yeah, so arms are rowing back. Slow, slow. Quick, quick, quick. Woo! One more. So now we're just gonna do quick, quick, quick. Now we're gonna just do slow, slow, slow. So what's a slow, slow? Swing it, baby, go. Good job, guys. I'm so proud of you. You're awesome. You're amazing. You're fabulous. You're the best. I love you. Two down, two up. Two down, two up. Good job. Give me some shoulders and squeeze. Squeeze them down. Yeah. promise me you're going to keep moving. You're going to keep thinking really good stuff. Until we meet again. Yep, right here. FunDay Monday. Project Independence. Good job. Breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all your commitment and your effort and your strength. I know how strong you are. I know how awesome you are. I love you. My heart is with you. Stay safe. Stay happy. Until we meet again, mwah. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hi folks, we are Bud and Linda, and this week we have 2 love songs included in our musical segment. So here's Linda with You Made Me Love You.
You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me want you, and all the time you knew it. I guess you really knew it. You made me happy sometimes. You made me glad. But there were times, dear, you made me feel so bad.
Oh yeah, baby.
You made me sigh, for I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you. I want some love that's true. Did I do? You know I really, really do. Give me, give me, give me, give me what I cry for. You've got the brand of kisses, baby, that I die for. You know you made me love you. You made me happy sometimes. You made me sad.
Oh, that's a shame.
But there were times, dear, you made me feel so bad. You made me sigh, for I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you. I want some love that's true. Did I do? You know I really, really do. Give me, give me, give me, give me what I cry for. You've got the brand of kisses, baby, that I die for. You know you made me love you. You know you made me love you.
There she is, lovely Linda, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And the next one we're going to do is an instrumental rumba, again, called La Paloma. Very, very popular, and still popular in many languages. Here we go.
time to sing along. La 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 la.
Very good out at home, yes.
La 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 la.
Let's do it again.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
Ole! Thank you. I hope a lot of you were singing along with us to the La La La's out in TV land. Thank you so much. And the next one is a nice waltz, and there's a little story behind it. Back in 1908, there was Jakob von Tilzer, and he was on the elevated subway, and he was passing by the old polo grounds where the New York baseball giants used to play. And he saw the sign that said, "Game today." Game today, baseball game today. And he wrote this song in about 10 minutes. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, 'cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Peanuts, popcorn? Yeah. Let's go, Mets. 'Cause it's root
for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, 'cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
One more time. Can't get enough baseball. It's root
for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, 'cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the old ball game. Yahoo!
Yeah, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
Hopefully the baseball season is in full swing. We have one more song for this week, ladies and gentlemen. It's another one of our 2 love songs. It's called It Had to Be You. Oh, yes. And I dedicate this to my lovely wife, Linda.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Yes, we are married to each other. I know. It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found somebody who could make me be true, could make me feel blue, and even be glad just to be sad, thinking of you. others I've seen might never be me, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do for nobody else gives me a thrill. With all your faults, dear, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. For nobody else gives me a thrill. With all your faults, dear, not many, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. Love you, sweetheart. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes our musical segment for this week. And once again, we are Bud and Linda. And to contact us for any reason, for any party, please dial 311. And we will see you next week again. So, from all of us here to all of you there out in TV land, good wishes, good health, and good luck. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome to a walk down FunDay Monday lane. I'm Christina Liu with Project Independence, and my fabulous co-host is the wonderful host of our Project Independence and You radio program, John Ryan. I'm
Hello,
making
Christina,
him blush. He
thank
doesn't
you.
like all these compliments, but you can tune in and hear us every Friday on the radio show from 10 a.m. to noon on 88.1 FM or WCWP.org or an app or whatever it might be. But today we have the fabulous Councilwoman Delamonte, who will be a guest on. We had to cancel her because of this pandemic. She was actually supposed to be on our radio program. So once we get back in action in the studio, we can't wait to have you with us. And thank you for joining us today on this special FunDay Monday show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great seeing you guys.
Oh, well, it's a privilege to have you here. I know. How's everything been going?
Everything's been going very, very well. I have been in touch with the Port Washington Senior Center, involved with the Project Independence through our wonderful commissioner, Kimberly. And I'm actually shopping for a senior. I signed up for a program through the Port Washington Community Chest.
Oh, yes.
Where I was assigned a senior, and I call them or they call me. And every time they need groceries, I go shopping for them.
Oh, that's so
Nice,
lovely.
very, very nice.
Oh, it is so rewarding and it's so nice. And she's so cute. She's like, can I give you a tip? I'm like, no, I'm doing this for you. Why would I give you a tip? I'm like, no tip.
Oh, that's so
It's
great. Well, that's a wonderful thing. It's all about the little things. And now we know that you are one of our newest council members, but what would you, have you ever had?
The newest.
The newest.
Yes.
The newest. She's a
Have
babe.
you- That's right, just a babe. What is your favorite memory of little FunDay Monday things that you might have popped in and visited?
Okay, so last year I attended FunDay Monday and I had such a wonderful time. I remember dancing with everyone and walking around and saying hello. It was such a beautiful day, and everyone was, I don't know, I left there and was like, does everyone know what we have? Does everyone realize what the town of North Hempstead offers? I had so much fun. I mean, dancing, getting food for people. It was just an incredible day. And I'm so sad that they're going to be virtual this year. It was just, I don't know, it really warmed my heart to be part of it. It was a great day. And everyone was smiling and everyone was laughing. It was just great. And we're very lucky in the town of North Hempstead that we have so many programs that are geared towards our seniors.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? It makes next year going to be even more fabulous because it's going to be so pent up, the excitement, that it's going to be wonderful, even more electric.
Actually,
Yes.
Marianne, I have a question for you because, you know, I've known you now since you ran for office, and you really are a very, very wonderful, caring, and fun-filled person. You really are. There's no question about it. You're a pleasure to
Thank
be
you,
around.
Joan.
What I'd like to know is, would you be willing to share a summer favorite event? What you do with your family, or maybe when you were a high schooler, or whatever it is, but something you look back on when you think about summer and say, oh, I used to go here, I used to do that, and I love those.
So I'm fourth generation in Port Washington. I grew up, my grandfather built our house.
Wow.
So the land was given to my parents, and my grandfather built the house. And I grew up in Manhasset Isle on Korchog Avenue. So in the summer, we used to run home from school. We used to put our bathing suits on and go right down the block to Micah. It's Manhasset Bay. We used to jump. I mean, back then we did. We jumped off into the water. We would swim. We would swim under the dock. At night, we would take the rowboats out. It's like we grew up there. I grew up in Manhattan, in the Bay. And I remember, I'll never forget this. It was my brother, his friend, and I, and we were walking on Micah Beach. And if you basically were walking, if you saw that they pissed at you, they were called piss clams. They were steamers, and we would dig, and we would get steamers.
Wow.
And then we would go in the bay, and we would feel with our feet the clams. And then we would go down, dive down, get the clams. And I'll never forget my mom making Manhattan clam chowder, steamers, and then she went to the store and bought mussels. And also I remember I caught 40, I think it was like 42 snappers one day. I brought them up to my Italian grandmother. I don't remember what she did with them, and I don't remember eating them. You know, I was young, but we always swam in Manhasset Bay, and that's what we did in the summer. That was our camp, and we always hung out at Manor Haven Pool. That was what we did in the summer, and it was great. And the memories I have from Korchog Avenue, I still have to this day. And there was a bunch of us that were kids, and we're still best friends to this day.
That's a great story.
Great. Oh, I
It's
love
great.
it.
Really.
I think that's a movie in the making. I like that.
Yes.
Well,
But I'm
now
not jumping off that pillar anymore.
That's right. I'd like to know, what is something that, whether it's a hidden talent or something you're interested in, that's the audience may not know about you?
Ooh.
I'm trying to think. Well, I don't have a hidden talent. I wish I had a hidden talent. So I can't just start singing or playing the piano. Right after college, I graduated college in May of 1990. And in July of 1990, I started working. My first job right out of college was a staff accountant at Sony Classical. So I worked in the music industry industry to politics.
Wow.
Music industry for 14 years. And I started out as a staff accountant at Sony Classical, and I worked my way up. And when I left, I was director of operations for the Epic Records group.
Wow.
Well, it's funny. So a lot of people, a lot of people really don't know that about me, that I worked in the music industry for 14 years. And everyone's, back then we didn't have phones that took cameras. If I had a phone that took cameras, I'd have all these photos. But we just, when the artists came to the office, we treated them like that was their home. We didn't ask them for autographs. We didn't take photos with them. We wanted them to feel comfortable. That was their home. I mean, but the funniest thing is that my husband laughed. He's like, "You're working in the music industry?" Like, I'll never forget. My boss had his assistant bring in all these CDs and told me to listen to them, because I said once, Ozzy who? Osborne was. And he was on the label. I had no idea. I'll never forget my friend from California who worked in A&R came in the office and goes, "Oh, this is my friend Tito." And I said, "Oh, okay." I didn't know when he left the office that was Tito Jackson. I had no idea. It was just so funny because I was so not into music that I was just, I was like, oh, I didn't even know who I was meeting and who I was bumping into. So that's pretty funny. Like, I was in the music industry for 14 years and I was
like that.
into music like that.
That's
Actually,
great.
I have a story about Marianne, which I thought
Oh,
was
no.
cute. No. It was on Facebook. And I don't know, a couple of months ago, there was like, who don't you know? And, people had all these people down. And of course, they didn't know them all. And Marianne had this list from like everybody, who's who of every musician in the world. And there was only one she didn't know, but I knew you were in the record industry. And I showed it to my wife, and my wife says, "How does she know all these people?" But then I told her where you were. I said she worked in the music industry, so she met them all. That was months ago, but it was cute.
Yes.
So great.
That's funny because a lot of people didn't think that. I was like, yeah. But, so that's one thing a lot of people don't really know about.
Well, that's awesome. I like that one.
With the summer dealing right now, unfortunately, with the pandemic, and what's going on in your district? Is there anything going on for the seniors in your district? I know going outdoors is very difficult, so I'm not, you're not doing your regular stuff, and being the new councilwoman's a whole different story anyway. But are there some things that are going on?
The only thing I have to give really a lot of credit to the Port Washington Community Chest and also to Project Independence. So the Port Washington Community Chest has set up something where if a senior does not feel comfortable to go out and shop, they shop for them. They assign a volunteer for them. So that's one thing that's happening in my district. The second thing, that Project Independence has been beyond amazing. I mean, the supervisor and the town board approved to have all taxi rides free of charge. So I mean, to the grocery store, to the medical offices. So there's so much that the town of North Hempstead is doing to make sure that all the seniors, not just in District 6, but all the seniors in all the districts are being taken care of. Look at what you're doing now with the Zoom and the FunDay Mondays virtual and the TV channel. It was funny, I was flipping through the channel the other day and I saw Project Independence doing yoga. And I was like, this is so great. So we're interacting, and also the Neighbors Calling Neighbors, how there's a program with Project Independence. So everything, it's not just District 6. I feel that everything is being done for everyone in the town of North Hempstead. So I hope that answers your question.
Absolutely. And
That's
that is
great. A great
perfectly
answer.
said. And I want to thank you. Our time is up, but thank you so much for being on this program and sharing some great personal stories. And we look forward to having you on our radio program so we can have you on for longer and chat about all kinds of stuff. Enjoy the rest of the summer. And thank you again.
Thanks,
You too.
Marianne,
Bye,
very much.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
I hope that you had a great time joining us for this week's virtual FunDay Monday. I, along with our town board, our receiver of taxes, and our town clerk, thank you for allowing us to join you in your homes, on your TVs, and on your computers. We hope to see you again next week.